what's the, for you, obviously like the race is obviously very challenging, but like what's the most challenging part that people might not really think about? Because obviously we're not really thinking about the steering wheel. We're just watching the outside of you trying to weave and like overtake it and whatever.
Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah. I think, you know, what people probably don't realize is that, you know, we're not all just driving around following each other. Like everyone is at the limit of grip, you know, like we're pedaling these cars as fast as they can go. And, you know, as the car gets hotter and the tires get older, that grip level is changing, you know? And so you've got to sort of be right on that knife edge because the field is so close. If you make a mistake and you lose half a second, thing is everyone's doing so similar lap times that for you to then make that half a second back up, you then have to go a 10th quicker than everyone for the next 5 laps. Which is pretty hard when you're already tapped, you know, you're already like, man, I was going as fast as I can, but now I've got to make this time up. So it's being able to punch out, you know, sometimes 70, 80 laps, just like lap after lap after lap. Like, you know, imagine if we went to a tennis court and I said, you got to hit that line 100 times in a row, you know, like that's hard, right? And so I think it's that like just level of intensity that you're sort of at for such a long time, and you know that only comes with experience. You know, it's one thing to do like one fast lap, but then to do like 70 or 80 laps in a long race is really hard.
And because you talk about the tires and like, so you know when you hear like push, and that's obviously when you say like that's pushing the car to the limit at that stage. So how do you balance going as fast as you can, but not pushing the car to the limit so that you're still going faster than everyone else?
Well, that would be giving away the trade secrets if I said that. But
it's like a feel thing.
It is driver feel, right? I think that's, you know, you're not gonna, when you're driving on the road, you're never ever getting anywhere near the limit of grip, right? Yeah. You're just, you know, you're turning left, you're going into the shops or whatever. Whereas this, like a good driver knows when they're on the peak of the tire's grip, and a tire sort of has, you know, a sweet spot where it operates. It has its most performance, and that's when it actually is sliding a little bit. Yeah. And so you're trying to sort of keep it at this like real peak of performance. You know, you can slide a bit more and still go pretty quick, but you've sort of gone off the other side, right? So you're trying to keep it right up here, and then the skill is being able to drive fast without hurting them as well. Because we can all go out there and just rag the car. Yeah. But if you wear your tires out in the first 10 laps, then you kind of smoke. So you gotta think long game. So
is that why it's like, so obviously experience is such a big part of racing? So do you find like the older drivers just way better at doing that?
Well, yeah, for me, like in my first year last year, that was something that took me a bit of time to get my head around. Because I'm going, how are they going that fast for that long, you know? And you just sort of, you start to realize, oh, here, I could maybe, you know, get the full throttle really quickly, but it might only be worth like 0.05 of a second, you know? So maybe you just go, oh, I'll just be a little bit more gentle on the throttle. And, you know, you're still going quick, but you're just being that little bit nicer on the tire, you know? And when you're a young bull and you're just trying to get to the front, you know, sometimes you're just a bit too eager for the throttle pedal.